Hi, everybody. No, I do not wear the same shirt every day or multiple days a week. I kind of get on a roll and I do a bunch of these at the same time. All right, so somebody asked about keeping connection in the ring. My goodness, I couldn't even remember that for 2 minutes. Wow. All right, so keeping connection in the ring, that is super, super, super important. And that really starts with training, right? So I have a contract with my dogs and basically with myself. And the contract is that when we start working, I stay connected with my dog 100% of the time, and I ask my dog to be connected with me 100% of the time. But that starts with me, because if I don't maintain my half of the bargain, I cannot expect my dog to maintain their half. All right, so what do I mean by that? My dog is either in a crate, in a curl down, which means they're laying down on their hip. And by definition, that position means that they can't scoot around. They have to stay there, but they don't have to watch me, right? So that kind of gives me an option if I'm like, oh, darn it, I have to run, get something out of my training bag, or I need to change a jump height or do something, or someone comes up and needs to talk to me. I will put my dog in a curl down, and do what I need to do, then reconnect with my dog and go back to work. So my dog's either in that position, in their crate, or we are working. And when I say I stay connected 100% of the time, I mean 100% of the time. Now, if you are not used to doing this and you start doing it, you should get a headache. That's good. It means you are really trying and you're really staying focused on your dog. And when that happens, I always think that's a wonderful reminder of how hard our dogs have to work, right? So when I get a young dog, I need to work really hard because I have to watch them every second so I can move and adjust on the fly to keep them connected to me. And that's a lot harder for me than when I train like an advanced dog like Zeal. I don't really have to work that hard. He's such a good boy. He does his job and I just kind of go along, right? So most people think they're staying connected 100% of the time, but they're not. And I know that because from doing classes and from online and from teaching people, I catch them constantly disconnecting from their dog. So I strongly recommend that if you either train with someone that will hold you accountable, or you videotape yourself. And that will show you exactly where you're disconnecting, right? If I disconnect and my dog then disconnects, I absolutely cannot say to my dog, hey, dude, you disconnected. No, that was my bad, right? So if you make that a habit in training, then I make that a habit when I train by myself. I make it a habit during run-throughs, show and goes. If I train with a friend and they act as a judge and do proofing, I stay connected to my dog 100% of the time. If I'm in a building and a stranger walks in, I do not look away from my dog. Ever, never. And when that becomes such a strong ingrained habit, then you will do it in the ring because it's a habit. And I do, so I don't look at the judge ever in the ring. Sorry. My dog is my teammate. That's where my allegiance lies. That's my responsibility, not the judge. If I absolutely need to look away, I will either curl down my dog, or I do have something I use very rarely, but I do, where I've taught them that if I just touch the side of their head and I briefly look away, keep looking at me, and I'll come right back to you. So if I absolutely need to, I have that option. But for the most part, no, I don't look at the judge. I don't need to. The judges understand that. They see that I'm not being rude. I'm just connecting to my dog. I will talk to the judge, but I will not, while looking at my dog, I will not look away. So make it a habit in your training. Make it a habit in your run-throughs, and then it will become a habit that will just easily transfer to the ring. Bye.